Joining us now, Democratic strategist Jessica Mackler and GOP strategist John Thomas, founder of Thomas Partners Strategists. Jessica, did I mention your last name the right way?
Yes, you did.
Okay, very good. Now that we have that business taken care of, let's move forward. So, Jessica, what do you say about this bounce that Donald Trump has? Is it real, and can it last and propel him to continually, even beyond the DNC convention?
Well, first of all, I definitely agree with what Hillary's campaign manager, Robbie Mook, said today when he said we really need to get through these two conventions before we can tell what this really means, these bumps mean for the broader campaign. But I can tell you that what we saw in this first night here in Philadelphia stands in complete contrast, in a stark contrast to what we've seen out of Republicans in Cleveland, and I would say even more importantly, out of Trump over the past several days. Trump's handlers have been able to put him onto a prompter and get a scripted performance out of him for one night. But then we see what we saw on Meet the Press this weekend, which is a chaotic, hate-filled rant where he said that he is going to expand his Muslim ban, for instance. Or tonight when he said in North Carolina that he disputed that we have birthright citizenship in the United States. And that was very clearly contrasted with what we saw on the stage here in Philadelphia, two dreamers speaking about a really important issue to the Latino community. So I think we really need to wait and see, but certainly we've seen the contrast between a Democratic message that we're stronger together, that we need to build each other up and have specific policies to do that, and Donald Trump's message, which is really dark and divisive.
John, what do you say about this, particularly the bounce that Trump is enjoying right now?
I agree with Jessica in the one sense that look, it is early for polling, but I disagree with her on pretty much everything else. First of all, the Trump bump is real, okay? The reason we saw such a large jump in the numbers, larger than a usual Republican convention that the nominee enjoys, is because the message of Donald Trump and Donald Trump's candidacy is resonating with the electorate. The fact that the electorate believes the system is rigged, that they're worried about their security and their family safety and their economic security, that message resonates. So, and let's not forget, here's the other amazing thing. Hillary Clinton has spent tens of millions of dollars attacking Donald Trump on the airwaves for weeks, and that's all been erased.
So looking forward then and looking ahead to next week after the DNC, do you think the DNC will have any bounce coming out of this that can compete with what Donald Trump currently has, or will Donald Trump expand his lead?
I think barring something cataclysmic happening in the convention this week, the Democrats will see a bump. Look, they've got a lot of star power. I thought that they started off very chaotic before the microphone went hot today, but they ended on a good note. I thought Michelle Obama gave a good speech. It might neutralize out, but I think the takeaway here is this is a competitive race. For those people saying that Hillary Clinton's going to walk away with this thing, it would be sorely mistaken.
Jessica, it would have seemed to me, and to many people basically who have been following this campaign, that this is a race down to two people and not so much about party right now, and that's between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. It depends on if the electorate likes either one and who will win in November. But the hard work actually begins, as Senator Al Franken mentioned to the DNC on the first night, the hard work actually begins after Thursday.
Absolutely. I agree with that completely. As hard as it is for those of us who've been living and breathing this for the past year to believe, this election is really just getting started. And I will say that, you know, all of the issues that were mentioned about what people are concerned about in this election and their lives, they're going to find out that Donald Trump is not the person that he's selling himself to be. He's selling himself as a successful businessman, and that couldn't be further from the truth. He has a litany of failed business ventures. He's under investigation for fraud in many states. So we're going to see a very clear contrast between these two candidates moving forward, and we really are just getting started. But we're confident that when it comes down to it, that's going to be a clear contrast.
Jessica Mackler, John Thomas, thank you both for joining us. And obviously we're getting beyond the party convention, and now we're getting ready to see the full general election campaign go into full swing at the end of this week. Thank you.
Thanks, Kelly.
Thank you.